Hello students, in today's chemistry class you will learn about electronic configuration and valency of an atom. Before going to start the topic electronic configuration and valency, few terms you need to know. The first one is atomic number. Atomic number of an atom is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom in an electrically neutral atom, and atomic number equal to number of proton. For an example, sodium atom, it has 11 electrons and 11 protons. So its atomic number will be equal to the number of protons, that is 11. Number of electrons are equal to number of protons. So in a sodium atom, number of protons are 11, then number of electrons will also be 11. Atomic number is denoted as Z. The next term is mass number. Mass number is defined as the sum of protons and neutrons. Therefore, it can be written as mass number of an atom equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons, and it represents the total number of neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. It is denoted as A. In symbolic representation of an element can be represented with mass number and atomic number. Just see in the picture, if X is considered as a atomic symbol, then the subscript will be atomic number, that is Z, and mass number will be written on top, that is on superscript position. It will be XZA. See the example of carbon atom, C612. It means 6 protons, 6 neutrons and 6 electrons. After seeing after seeing this symbol C6 and C12, means if you have the mass number of an atom, through that you can calculate the number of neutrons. For an example, oxygen atom, its atomic number is 8 and mass number is 16. And you know the atomic number equal to number of protons and number of protons equal to number of electrons. So mass number will be number of protons plus number of neutrons. Here you can write in place of mass number A, number of protons you can write Z, and number of neutrons. So number of neutrons equal to A minus Z. So 16 minus 8 equal to 8. So 8 will be the number of neutrons. And in symbolic representation, oxygen atom will be represented as O816, or it can be written in the another form O816. This is about the mass number. Now after mass number, just see the arrangement of electrons around the nucleus of an atom. This is a picture of a atom. In the center, that is nucleus, you can see nucleus contains neutrons and protons, and outside the nucleus electrons revolve around the nucleus in their fixed orbit. So this circular path, these are orbits or shells here, and their naming, the name of each shell, it is based alphabetically. So inner shell, it will be named as K, then second cell L, M, N, O, P, and so on. The inner cell means the first shell next to nucleus, it has lowest energy level, and the outer shell, it has maximum energy level. Now this is the arrangement of electrons around an nucleus in an atom. Now the distribution of electrons based on Bohr-Bury scheme. This is naming of each shell, that is K, L, M, N. Now the number of electrons on each shell, it will be decided by Bohr-Bury scheme. The maximum number of electrons in each shell is determined by 2n square rule. This rule is given by Bohr-Bury, that's why it is called as Bohr-Bury scheme, where n is the number of shell and n value will be, and n always will be in a whole number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Therefore, for K shell, where n is equal to 1, you can see K is the innermost shell and it is the first number cell. So n will be 1 and the number of electrons will be, according to 2n square rule, 2 into 1 to the power 2, and it will be calculated as 2. So K shell, capacity of K shell is 2, means K shell can accommodate 2 electrons. Now the next is L shell. N is equal to 2 for L. So number of electrons will be 2 into 2 to the power 2. So it will be 8 electrons. 2 multiplied by 4, it will be 8. Now for M shell, it will be 3. So number of electrons will be 2 multiplied by 3 to the power 2, and it will be 2 into 9 is equal to 18. So 18 electrons can be accommodated in the third shell, that is M shell. Now according to this rule, the each shell capacity you are seeing, now the cells are filled in stepwise manner. Stepwise manner means first electrons will be filled in K shell, then L shell, then M, then N, then O, P and so on. Apart from this 2n square rule, there is octet rule is there. According to this rule, an electrically neutral atom cannot have more than 8 electrons. It means the atom means, according to this rule you are seeing, the number of electrons are decided by 2n square rule, but there is octet rule is also. Octet means 8. The word itself signifies its meaning, that is 8, means an atom cannot have more than 8 electrons in their last shell. Now the next is duplet rule. In case of hydrogen and helium, these two are the smaller atoms. They have only one shell and they have 2 electrons in their outermost shell. Their structure you can see here. For hydrogen is H11 and it has only 1 proton in its nucleus and 1 electron in the first shell. So in helium also same, the 2 protons, 2 neutrons and 2 electrons in the first shell. These two are the small atoms. So for these two there is duplet rule, means these two atoms of hydrogen and helium, they can accommodate 2 electrons in their last shell.